Welcome to Gamesthetic episode 148. We're back after a couple weeks off. Glad to be back. Happy to be back, especially with some of the stuff we got coming out here soon. Next week, of course, Spider-Man 2. Excited for that. Yesterday marks the end of a massive saga that, God, we have gotten really tired of talking about. So that comes to an end. Looking forward to putting that one to bed. I do have both the boys here with me. Zach, how you doing? How you feeling?
What the fuck are we talking about?
We're going to figure it out, man, because I really don't know either. Like, you'd think after 2 weeks off, right, we would have plenty to talk about. I mean,
no.
Okay, look. Technically, we do. I have a full list of interesting things that has taken place.
Interesting.
But it's like, how much is stuff that, like, we've done? That's not much. I'm going to be honest. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I've had a very interesting couple weeks because you were gone. I don't know what you've been up to, but yeah, some of us have been playing RuneScape.
True.
I'm gonna be better. I'm not better off. I've just been playing Fate Go.
I've been playing Cyberpunk since I got back from vacation, so that's been my time. Which I know he played a little bit of Cyberpunk too.
Yeah, I think I've still played more than you.
I think you have.
Of what, actual Phantom Liberty or just Cyberpunk?
I haven't touched Phantom Liberty.
Okay,
See,
cool.
I haven't touched Phantom Liberty either. I've been
So
doing
not
all
even
main
the
story.
important part.
No, because
Nope.
there was a 2.0 update.
Yeah, it was 2.0. That's important. Okay, I've been having a great time. I'll touch Phantom Liberty here soon. You know, I'll get to it soon. But yeah, I mean, we've got some things to ramble about. You know, first episode back, and then next week we have Spider-Man 2, so it'll be great. Speaking of next week, this only goes for anyone that likes to watch this live by chance. We will be live later than normal next week. We'll go live about 8 or 8:30 Central Time.
We're still doing that live.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still doing that one live. We'll figure it out what time, but
There is no such a thing as pre-recording anymore, John.
There's really not. That's kind of a thing of the past, for the most part. Every once on a blue moon, I feel like we might do a pre-record something, but it's pretty rare.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It is a thing of the past, though. But, it's not a thing of the past, and that's Rogue Energy and Agent Ink. Rogue Energy just had a couple flavors come out recently. Both the boys actually got it here in studio with us.
And then actually right now, if you go check out Rogue Energy's new Rogue Energy shop app, you can also go ahead and order their newest flavor that came out
Ruby
Friday,
Splash.
Ruby Splash.
Yeah, shout out to the app. You can download the app right now and use promo code Sparky30 to get 10% off. And if you're shopping right now on your desktop, use our referral link, and that supports us more than our promo code, honestly. So hit that up, as well as hit up some Agent Ink because we have some awesome jerseys in that shop. And join the Discord, of course. So I'll start turning down the music here. So yeah, a couple weeks away. How's everyone been? How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a great time. How we doing, boys? How we doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, work became a shit show for you as soon as I left. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
I've just been big chilling.
Yeah. Shout out to John for taking care of my cats while I was gone. I know it was a pain in the ass. They shit a lot. They shit a lot.
They think they're sneaky and they're not.
Correct. That is so correct. Like last night, Sidon fell in the bathtub while it was still full of water. So that was awesome.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you like the picture I sent you the last day I was over here?
I did, yeah.
Zach, I came over here the last morning.
Okay.
I was coming over to check on it, and then I sent him a picture. Well, first he messages me to let me know, hey, you don't have to come by in the evening. We'll be back at that time. I just reply like, dude, it's 6 o'clock. Why the fuck are you messaging me?
Because first off, I know you would be awake. Okay?
Meanwhile, I'm getting gassed.
Oh my God.
I just sent him a picture of his living room wall, and the TV's on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, they figured out how to turn on the TV, and I'm just like, how on earth did what? The remote's put up, like, how? Those cats, man. Those cats. Cute as hell, but God, they're assholes. Love them, though. But no,
I was past couple weeks, been pretty chill. But played a decent amount of Cyberpunk.
Yep.
As we kind of mentioned before. Still playing it, still enjoying it, and haven't dropped the game. Just taking a little break to play some RuneScape.
Little break for RuneScape. Shout out to Andy, big RuneScape guy. Yeah, I when I got home, my first full day back on Sunday, I finally dove into some Cyberpunk, the 2.0 update, and I've been playing it a couple hours, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours every night since, as long as I've been able to. Oh my sweet God, the birds. Anyway, I mean, I've been having a blast. I think I'm anywhere from 20 to 25 hours in. I will say one thing, man. I mentioned this to you earlier. I forget how quick the like main quest line is. Like I've already got like the final mission. I feel like I've barely played anything. Because you're not supposed to just streamline it, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a shit about having it because it's like, okay, cool, I've got it. I've now reached like, Act 3, so there's a lot of content here. I love the Johnny Silverhand storyline and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm at a place where I really want to be right now. But man, I forget how quick you get that last mission. You can end the game very quickly if you want to. The Nocturne mission, whatever. But no, I mean, I've been having a great time with that. But
Yeah, it's I think I told you before you left on vacation. I was like, man, I've been playing it. Man, it's a fucking great game.
it is, dude. It is such a great game.
It's weird to it's kind of weird to like say that after everything from when it came out. Of course, even then I was saying it was a fun game because I didn't have any like crazy bugs or
Yeah,
anything
you got to
initially.
skip the whole bug
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
Can't
so it's
relate.
like I got to enjoy it then. I just forgot, and coming back to it, especially after all the patches and big updates and everything they've done, man, it's fucking great.
It's the game that we should have got. I mean, the game feels great. The combat feels great. The revamp of all the skills and everything is sweet. The world feels alive. Like it's super cool to me. Just like to go around the world and see all the things that are happening. Where I'm sitting here trying to make my way to a quest point in the Badlands where I'm going to like Pan Am's, for Pan Am's quest. And all of a sudden, like there's gunshots coming behind me and I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And I think I'm being attacked, but nope, it's some other people attacking each other in a car chase. And I'm like, oh, well, that's neat. It has nothing to do with me. That's
Yeah.
cool.
You get involved with that though, and the police they're not happy with you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, Cyberpunk's been great. If you haven't played Cyberpunk up to this point, I can't recommend enough. Like now's the time to play.
I mean, now it's at peak, so this
Yeah.
is the point. If you still haven't touched it after 2 years almost,
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
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 'cause
now's the time.
Yeah, because it like you said, this is peak Cyberpunk. This is what we get with the game.
Yeah.
We're not getting anything. We're not getting any more. So this is everything at this point. So
Yeah,
and
because
I
I
mean,
thi-
what we have is from everything I've played. Funny enough, this is an interesting little side note. I've had more bugs in this playthrough than on launch.
Yes.
I still actually had some bugs too. Yeah. I had a lot of bugs at launch, but I still have got some bugs here. There's two that I've discovered. One was during all of the boxing matches. There is I don't remember his name, the Hispanic dude. You go box him. The game froze on me on that, and it was a very heavily polygon freeze. Let me tell you, like because of the quick motion of the fight happening, it happened to be in like a transition, like almost where you can catch an anime in a bad frame,
Okay.
And like, dude, his face didn't exist. He looked like a polygon from a PlayStation game. Like it was so polygon in that quick frame that took place. And then randomly, I tested this 3 times. I found another bug in the mission where there is the parade happening and you and Takamura are trying to get to Hanako. There is a bug there for me, and it froze the exact moment, the exact place with the exact action 3 times in a row. I got around it by completely avoiding that certain walkway. But like as you're like going down, dodging the recon drones that like pop behind a sign and pop out in the opening, and you have to go behind signs to dodge them, whatever. There's like one walkway on the backside where every time I walked behind it and peeked out to see where they were, game would freeze every time. It was such a random niche moment, but
So did you just blind run it?
yeah, I
was
just
gonna say,
jumped out at that point.
What are you looking for, man? Just full send it.
Yeah, that's what I did at that point. Is I was just like, okay, can I just like jump past all this and almost kill myself and just avoid that? You could.
Although I say that, and meanwhile in my playthrough, I'm playing the stealthy
I like
stealthy. I'm playing
Yeah.
like the stealthy net runner
Yeah,
because I never touched any of that in the first time. The first time I played it, I didn't.
guns blazing.
I was gun blazing the whole time. I didn't play it like it was a Cyberpunk game. I'm actually embracing everything about the game now.
Yeah, I feel that it was guns blazing a lot for me the first one. It's still sometimes guns blazing, but I'm with you. I'm doing a lot of net running, like stealth stuff. There's still more stuff I need to do with just the general like aspect of like what is Cyberpunk, where it's like all the enhancements that you can do. I still need to touch into that, like
I've
physical
got a
enhancement.
shitload of them.
I still need to jump into that personally. I haven't even jumped into that fully.
No, that's everything I'm doing because there's like I forget what they're called there now, but it's like the different trees. There's like intelligence,
cool, body, technical, and reflexes, and then there's like the relic one.
Yeah, because there's it's like one of those is all about like the body enhancements for like actually installing different parts in you, and you have to like level that up to be able to get more storage so you can put in higher tier versions of them and stuff. It's like I'm all that and like the intelligence, like net running and everything.
Yeah.
Just fucking max that shit out.
Right.
It's fun.
I will say with in terms of the DLC, because one thing I was curious about is I kind of Googled is like, is there like a proper time to play it? You know, because like there are some DLCs and expansions where it's like you really should only play it at this point. Like I know Mass Effect's, Citadel, like that's one where it's like don't play it until after the Miranda mission. That's the best time to play it. There's really not a good time to play Dogtown to my understanding, but one thing that I saw someone comment in terms of when they like to play it, and I'm just like, that makes sense. I kind of like that. Is they, don't play it until you're ready to do the final mission. You've done all your side stuff, because like Dogtown is obviously something that like V has no trust in at all. Like that's sketchy as shit, right? And like doing Dogtown like right before the end after you've exhausted every other option, it's like the narrative of V has run out of options and willing to do this now, even though there's no trust with this. I was like, okay, that's actually kind of a good way to look at it.
That's probably going to be the way I end up doing it.
Probably me,
Not for any other reason than I've been full clearing the map and like doing 100% of everything that I come across.
Right.
So as I just kind of work my way there, but I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that. How's what have you been up to?
He's in his own fucking world over there.
I checked out a little bit ago. So what's up?
You want to talk about stuff you've been up to, or we want to jump?
What stuff?
We want to jump in some.
I mean, I played Payday 3.
Okay, how's that?
Then it crashed.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. You and everyone else.
Yeah, I've still seen a lot of bad stuff on Payday 3 right now.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, it's a fun game because it worked fine during its early access, but whatever screwed up when released just killed the server for a week.
Right.
And sort of has given it a very unfriendly look right now. So here's crossing my fingers of going to be like, all right, Overkill, do your thing like Payday 2. We'll come back to this in like 5 years and you'll be okay.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, is just take some time away from the game. They fix it. We've seen a lot of redemption stories across gaming. No Man's Sky, Cyberpunk's down that list.
I feel like they can, because the real funny thing about this one is that after all their whole Payday 2 stuff and the ridiculous story that is Payday 2, they full tilted into the story portion of it this time. Mm-hmm. I mean, the missions are still fun. There's still some stuff that carries over from Payday 2 of stuff that came about and whatnot. And there's still the stealth versus loud aspect. Stealth is a lot better in 3 versus 2. And all the aspects and things like that. But they sort of just full tilted on story this time, so I'm very curious where they're going to go with it. So
yeah, that's fair. I think a game like that, especially with the experience they have with Payday 2 and making that the decade-long like incredible game that it was.
Yeah,
I think you'll have a redemption story pretty easily. Just take some time.
I mean, the problem is, redemption stories are cool.
But can
we just getting tired of? Can we not make fucking redemption stories?
Can that not be a norm? Because it's like one of the things that I've got on the slate for today's show is the big Halo Infinite update. Like that's one where they're attempting a redemption story. It's like I'm with you. Can we like just not have redemption stories in the game just be good upon release?
I mean, Payday 3 was good when they allowed it playable. It's just when they full released it, the server shat itself.
Right. Servers are not ready for it.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing of that everybody's been mad about, is the fact that it's an always online game.
That is one bad aspect of it.
Even if you like go into it and solo queue and
Or
only,
private, yeah.
like private the lobby, play by yourself, you still have to be online.
Yeah. God, I hate the all.
And which
online
it
future.
sucks because it's even worse because they did a stress test.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I remember you guys talking about it before the game came out, or one of you talking about it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And that was supposed to be an additional one
Yeah.
to
The one they already did.
because they had already done the test and everything, and that was supposed to be the hey, we need to test our servers,
Right.
and then they hit the go button and it no go.
Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they can figure it out.
Well, they have now. It's working now.
Okay. That's good. Now,
Just everybody's still mad.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's still mad and they're playing other things right now. Because this is a very packed month of gaming. Like, there's a lot of shit coming out there this month.
Is there?
Oh, yeah. No, this is a very packed month of gaming just across the board.
Apparently not for me.
Yeah, it's not a Zach month. Not a Zach month, but it is just a general, like, gaming community month for sure. There's been a lot of stuff coming out.
Mobile games, here I come.
Yep.
Oh man, but no, this is the time when we play old games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I really thought about hooking him on my PS3 and playing Godfather 2 again.
Did you?
Yeah,
Shout
Godfather
out.
2 is a good game.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean this is the point of the year where, probably aside from Spider-Man, I'm just playing old games.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna go back and play some games I enjoy. Try to play some games that I didn't finish, and just have a good time.
One old game that I will be checking out here this month because tis the season, being October, spooky season and stuff, is while I was in Florida, I did get my hands on one game that I've been looking for a while, which apparently was here. I didn't know that. I wish you would have told me, but
I
you
didn't know you were looking
you
for
didn't know. That's
it.
fair. But yeah, where did you see it? Did you see it at Game Point or the
Game
other
Point,
one?
yeah.
Okay, see, I hadn't been in Game Point in a little bit, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, shout out to Richo Rick's Game Point. It's pretty sweet. You can check that one on YouTube by Richo Rick.
What's the fucking game? God damn!
Eternal Darkness.
John's
Sandy's
tired of the
Requiem.
sponsors.
Yeah, he's tired of the sponsors.
It's like he led with, yeah, I'm gonna go back to this old game, and then just continues
Yeah,
on.
just
It's
rambles.
like, man,
We do that
God.
a lot on this show.
I know. And then I got tired of it.
You want to know one thing I realized, like, while we were sitting here talking and stuff, is like, obviously, it's obvious to the world what I was referencing, but like, I start off the show saying, "Oh, we're gonna talk about this saga that we've been following that's finally come to a close."
I left it vague. I did not
Didn't
want to
even-
state it. You
didn't
know
even
why?
mention it.
Because
Didn't
we
even
have
mention
two
it.
sagas, and it's a big flip of the coin. Then guess
hey,
which one?
That's fair. Yeah, didn't even mention it was at Xbox Activision Blizzard. That's like the lead.
He's
That's
always
the
gotta talk about it.
That's the lead title of our show. And
I was
haven't
going
even
for
touched on
other
it yet.
saga.
Oh, I know.
What?
I just
Blue Box?
Yes.
Yeah, baby. Blue Box Game Studio.
They're dead as
But
shit.
no, Eternal Darkness, Sandy's Requiem. That's what I picked up in Florida. I found a complete in box, phenomenal condition for like $80 or $90. I don't remember. Really looking forward to playing it. It's like Nintendo's like one true horror game they've made where like the game like fucks with you and it'll like imitate that your data is corrupted or the game crashed and stuff, but it's actually that's part of the game. So I'm looking forward to testing that one out. I gotta say, guys, like that store I went to was fucking legit. They had a lot of good shit. It gave like massive vibes to the stores that we have in our area, you know?
Okay.
Like it's the same sort of environment, same sort of vibe. But dude, they had so much stuff, dude. A sealed N64,
No,
a sealed
why?
Super Nintendo, sealed Eternal Darkness. Man, just they had so much, a lot of sealed
bigger
N64 games.
area.
It is a bigger area. No, I get it. But dude, just so much cool shit. And then we turned around and went to another retro game store on the other side of the city. That one was very mid as shit. But they did have the Japanese GameCube games. That was cool. I sent you that. That was
Yeah.
cool. That was about the only highlight they had. Was that. And then the only other thing that I saw that I almost bought because I thought it'd been cool to have is they did have I think it was sealed. And it was only like I think $100 sealed. Halo Reach Collector's Edition. These birds, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, Halo Reach Collector's Edition. That was pretty sick. Didn't buy that though. But yeah, it is the time to go back and play some old games. Eternal Darkness is definitely on my radar. Probably gonna maybe play that like on a Halloween night. That might be a Halloween night thing after a terrible football
Are we
show.
gonna do anything for Halloween?
That's a great question.
We talk about it every year.
So, all right, here's a fun fact for you. I'll share a
Why?
fun fact.
Because
Why you
John,
gotta
I
ask?
have to bring up the question.
didn't-
we
you
see
didn't
each
have
other
to-
once a
listen,
week.
You
listen.
didn't have to ask it. That
So-
could have been you could have just sent that message in afterwards.
So there was actually something that I was working on for Halloween, but just didn't finish it. I didn't finish it.
Working on it.
I was. So one reason why the show was on a break for 2 weeks is I was trying to delay when 150 happened, and that is true. But also because I wanted
Plans work out great.
They really do. Nothing works out as planned. It's great. But also because I wanted to delay 150 until the potential idea or the idea I'm working on for 150 wouldn't start until like beginning of November. Because me and my girlfriend, we were actually working on like a 31 spooky indies thing that I was gonna do. Didn't finish it. We got about halfway through the list. Didn't finish it. So almost did something for Halloween, but did not finish it, unfortunately. So that answers your question. So I don't know. We're
It's
probably
only the
not.
14th.
Huh?
It's only the 14th.
I know we got Tom, but probably not going to happen at this point.
It's the 14th, Zach. We're done with Halloween already. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
time.
there's Christmas stuff out. Halloween stuff's marked down already. Okay, we're done.
We're just looking over Turkey Day.
Yes, Christmas stuff is out.
That's lumped in with it.
Yeah, it's just in there.
You know, holiday season.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, we got Spider-Man in less than a week, and I'm excited as shit for that.
Yep.
Yeah, so pumped for Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's kind of spooky. There's a black suit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you fly around. You might be able to play at nighttime.
Yeah, that's a little spooky. I think that counts as a spooky game, if you ask me. So I think we all
Spider-Man in a black suit swinging around at night. He's gonna scare the shit out of some.
Backtrack on that one, John.
Oh Lord.
Okay, you think about that. Carry on, Alex.
You're the one who made it weird.
You're the one who stopped.
Hey, I stopped because you interrupted me, and I was trying to think of the word.
Anyway, all right. So I guess
because civilians was not the word I was looking for.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Was it pedestrians?
No, I was trying to think of criminals.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I just got to it.
The
Oh,
criminals.
man.
Scare the shit out of criminals. I mean, that's fair. Especially with the black suit, dude. Be fucking eating
That's
them
what I
alive.
say. You swing around at night, they don't see you coming.
Yeah, and they eat you alive.
All right, Tobey Maguire.
Hey, his suit's in the game. Just saying. The black suit. His black suit's in the game. It was in the trailer. There's another cinematic suit that was not in the first game that I have now seen is in the game via leaks, and I'm very fucking excited for that. So shout out to that.
Oh, Way Home?
No, that one was in the last game.
Oh, where?
Yeah, no, there's a certain cinematic suit that was not in the last game that I'm really excited it's in there now. But anyway, all right, let's touch on it. Get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off, boys. Xbox has finally bought Activision Blizzard. The saga's over. We're done. All right. Anyway, so what else we want to talk about? No, there are a couple things I do want to ask you guys about, though, involving this. So there's two things. One, now that this is all said and done and everything, one thing I do also want to point out is that apparently, as we kind of thought it would be, that Dick Boy Bobby Kotick's going to stick around a little bit longer. He's going to still be the CEO of Activision Blizzard until the end of 2023, and then he's out. It's like, God, can't we get rid of this fucking leech? But with this deal finally being done, thank God. It was fun to talk about at first, but now it's just like, oh God, kill me now. But no, there's two things that I thought was interesting. So one, when do you guys think that we're going to start seeing their games just kind of get dumped on Game Pass? Because like there were some people that were thinking like the minute it hit, we were going to see some games, and then more trickle later. And then I've also seen others like, oh, it's going to be a little bit. When do you guys think we're going to start seeing like the first games pop on
Mid-November.
That's kind of what I'm vibing with. I'm kind of vibing with like around Black Friday time or like early December. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's like it's either gonna be around mid-December time or it's gonna be January.
Yeah, I'm curious to see just the dump of games that's gonna get put on there. Like what games? Because like,
well, I was thinking back because remember during the Xbox showcase a while back, they like labeled or they have all their developers and everything in there, and then they had stuff that was listed as Game Pass stuff.
Yeah,
I thought they had a bunch of stuff that was on there from Blizzard.
Yeah, they may have.
It's I was trying to picture that graphic in my head,
yeah.
and I remembered. I couldn't remember if it was like the developer where they were listing their developers, or it was listing stuff that was going to Game Pass or coming to Xbox.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah. There's a lot of titles that I know I've been seeing so many people talk about and reports on. I'm not talking the big ones. I'm not talking like old Call of Duties and the Crash games or Spyros. Like I'm talking like I've seen a lot of people clamoring like, "Yo, Activision, who do we got to call up? What license do we got to do to get all these like Activision made Spider-Man games back? You know, put them on Game Pass." Which I would be so open for that because there's at least 2 of them that I never played that I would love to play. Shattered Dimensions and like Web of Time, whatever, for the 360. Would love to play those. So that'd be really sick to see all those get dropped on there. And then also ones that's been talked about, and I think I even reported on here on the show on Weekly Wrap Up at one point that apparently Activision Blizzard thought the files for the games were lost. Is the Transformers games that Activision made, like Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron.
I remember you talking about that.
Oh, dude, those games were so fun. So like that's going to be what I'm curious about. Is like, you know, I imagine the first drop is going to be like Call of Duties, you know, maybe some Blizzard games too. You know, apparently they said Diablo 4 is not even on the radars, which okay, I guess I can get that, but it'll be on there eventually. I think Diablo 3 would probably get dropped.
Diablo 4 is not on anyone's radar.
That's true. That's accurate. Now, involving Blizzard games, one thing I was very curious on you guys' thoughts on, because I was actually talking about this today with our good friend Diaz. He brought it up to me. I bumped into him at his work, and I was about to part ways with him, and he brought this up to me involving the Activision Blizzard thing and involving WoW specifically, because he was watching some reactions to the deal being finalized. Like he watched like Asmongold's reaction and a few others and stuff like that. And I was kind of curious on you guys' thoughts on WoW coming to Game Pass and them kind of like either going away or changing the price of a monthly subscription for WoW. What's the current price for it a month? I have no idea. Is it like 15, 16, something like that?
I would assume somewhere in that range.
Okay, because like when he was talking to me about it, like, you know, he was kind of telling me like Asmongold's thoughts, where it's like Asmongold said, it's like, okay, if you put in Game Pass and completely eliminate the monthly subscription, like you're losing a lot of revenue in that capacity, a lot of revenue, but you're possibly gaining a massive player base, more than you already have, and making the game even bigger and better. And then like Diaz, me and him were talking about Diaz pitch is like, you know, I think something like cutting the subscription price in half, being like where it's like $7 or $8 a month. That's why I'm assuming it's like 15, 16. And then also put it on Game Pass. So like you don't have to get the subscription, but if you get it, you get like maybe extra stuff or whatever it would be, you know, then you can, then they'd be like, you'd get, you know, Microsoft be getting a little bit of subscription as well as, you know, the Game Pass count and stuff. Do you guys see that even as a possibility, or do you think WoW will stay as it is and untouched?
Well, what I was thinking, because I was thinking about this as well. It was just kind of not necessarily changing the monthly subscription, not getting rid of the monthly subscription, but having the option to link your Microsoft account to what, like your WoW account.
Yeah.
And if you do that, the subscription that you pay, having the option to just use Game Pass for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, just basically just having the Game Pass subscription could be your monthly subscription.
Right.
Is kind of where I was landing on it. That way, if people don't want to connect it, or if people don't have it, they don't have to.
Yeah.
But you can't necessarily completely get away from it, because the only other thing is, you know, you might get some new players in, but you got to think of the Game Pass people that subscribe to Game Pass. The only people who are really benefiting or would benefit from this in some way are the people that are using Game Pass on PC or Game Pass Ultimate in some way.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like it could just be if you have the Ultimate and you're on PC, you can connect it and do something like get your subscription that way.
Yeah.
But they can't necessarily get rid of the subscription entirely, just because, I mean, I guess they could, because it's one of those where some people just aren't going to want to connect their Microsoft account to it, or they may not want to make one because they may not have one, because WoW might be the only thing that they play.
Facts. That is very true. There's a lot of people that are that way.
So yeah, it's like I could see realistically them introducing, like, if you have Game Pass Ultimate and connect your account, maybe it's like it may not even be you get the full like subscription paid for, but like you said, it's like you may only have to chip in a couple extra bucks for it, and then still get everything through Game Pass.
Right. That makes sense.
It's a weird situation, because obviously Microsoft is going to want to do something with it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you can't necessarily, or nobody's really gonna like you telling them they have to connect their account or having them connect their account and then them have to pay for Game Pass Ultimate and their WoW subscription. It's like that's kind of annoying if you don't get anything out of it.
Well, I will also say this. This randomly dawned on me. It wouldn't be the first time they've done something similar. It just took a while. Because if you think about it, after, it took obviously years of them owning them, Microsoft essentially did the same thing with Minecraft, where you don't go to Mojang directly to download the Java client. You have to get it through Game Pass now. Like you don't go to the website anymore. So it's kind of similar, kind of not. You know what I mean?
Kind of, but it's also that thing of that was a very much an iterative process.
Yeah.
Where it took them years and years to get there. Where 5 years from now, could it be that you download WoW through the Xbox launcher on your PC? Yeah, could be that way. Wouldn't necessarily want it, but
right.
They could end up that way.
Yeah.
Or it could just be kind of Steam has it where you can third-party clients and stuff like that. You can just connect your account to, and then it'll tie everything together. So you could just be able to connect your account through the website and have to verify and authenticate and everything to have it there. Which, maybe you get bonus rewards like a mount or a pet or something, or because it's that's been the theme with what they've done. Especially because you look back to what they did with Riot.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Is you link that and you got a bunch of shit from Riot.
Yeah, it's for League, you get all the champions unlocked. You get a little bit of extras for the various other games. You get card packs, cards, and stuff like that. So yeah, it could just be maybe you don't get, maybe it doesn't pay your subscription with Game Pass. Maybe you just get mounts and pets for when you ever sign up to it.
Yeah, and still just have the subscription. Yeah. Which actually Steve just popped in the chat. He said, "What's up, boys?" And he said, "Too expensive and no money in having it WoW on Game Pass." See, that's kind of how we led off the whole conversation, because the whole conversation I kind of led off with, Asmongold kind of expressing his thoughts, where you would lose a lot of money putting in Game Pass, but you would increase your player base, and it could potentially just be better for the game. So that's kind of what we're just trying to speculate.
Here's
a little
the
bit.
thing, though. Why are we getting rid of one or the other?
See, that's also the thing, too.
Why would they not double dip? Because, my looking at it is, as John said...
Expansive, my bad. I read it quick. Sorry.
By suddenly changing the launcher and whatnot, that would upset the community. People who want to play it bad enough, they would do it, but not... My thing is sort of more towards the integration thing of why not still have the Blizzard launcher and whatnot and just add it onto the Game Pass so you can either get WoW through the launcher or through Game Pass.
See, that was my thought process, too.
So now you're double dipping and...
Yeah.
Whatnot, you're still having both and whatnot, and just the Mojang thing, they just over the years slowly integrated. It was they start adding things if you have it connected to your Microsoft to your account, it was linked and whatnot, and you get yada 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 yada. And more or less, it just becomes a thing of where people are well, it's already on Microsoft,
right?
And Blizzard is Microsoft, so let's just go to Microsoft.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really if we're kind of. I just thought of this when he said Steve was you lose a lot of money by putting it on Game Pass. Here's the thing though. They're covered by Papa Microsoft now. Papa Microsoft can foot the bills.
They've had time to make back all the money they spent to buy them.
It's
true.
as long as you bringing in players to it, Microsoft doesn't give a shit. They just want more people there. Blizzard making money is Microsoft making money. Microsoft making money is Blizzard making money.
All Microsoft wants is people to be on Game Pass, honestly.
They don't care how it happens.
They really don't.
It's we might anger 10% of your player base. Bitch, you know how much money we have?
Yeah, exactly. Steve said, "No, sir, can't do it. It'll turn extremely toxic, and you'll have parties saying LFM PC only, just like Final Fantasy." True.
Well, they would still have to be on PC.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, because Game Pass is split between PC and console.
See,
so
the thing about it going to Game Pass, it doesn't mean it's coming to console. Though.
Yeah.
No, that'd be PC only.
Yeah, because
it is
Microsoft-
two different things.
Microsoft has been very explicit on just separating games that they're just like, yeah, we're not going to bother with this on console.
Yeah, because like when it comes to the console stuff, like you can basically with Game Pass, you can either pay for Xbox Game Pass console for this price. You can do the same thing for Xbox Game Pass PC, or you can do Ultimate, where you have Game Pass for both. The rumor has been WoW on console for a few years. Yeah, I've kind of followed that.
Terrible.
I've followed that rumor too. I think I'm with John. I think that'd be fucking terrible. I just don't see that happening. But hey, like what John just said, Papa Microsoft's fronting the bill, so I guess it could happen now. I don't know. They could front the bill, like make it happen. I don't care what it takes. But I don't see it happening. I think that'd stay a PC game personally, and just only be on the PC Game Pass, like other PC games that's on PC Game Pass, like League of Legends for example. It's not you're not gonna find that on console. So you may dodge that aspect of things where you don't have to deal with that. But but Zach, you brought up a good point. It's just like, why not keep both? Because you're double dipping.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I just looked at the Mojang thing. It's like I feel like let me put it like this. It won't shock me if like 2 or 3 years from now we see Battle.net get eliminated.
Yeah.
It won't shock me, but I'm with you. Why not keep both? But
Yeah. I mean, for the foreseeable future, it will be both.
Yes, it will be.
But
both.
eventually, Microsoft is going to win.
Oh yeah, easily.
They're Papa Big Box.
If you are part of Microsoft, you are part of Game Pass. You will be on our launcher.
It will be
exactly.
It will be Microsoft Blizzard launcher.
Yes.
It's like you can download it. You can have a WoW launcher, but it will be downloaded through Game Pass.
Exactly.
It's going to have Microsoft at the front.
Yeah. It's like you will have to go to the Xbox library and download it. And then when you open it, you can have your own little WoW launcher that has to update and everything there. But Microsoft first.
Exactly. They didn't spend $69 billion or whatever for nothing. You know what I mean? like Microsoft's going to be first. It's just how it is. No, it's going to be fascinating to see how they handle certain titles like that. Like WoW is one of the biggest ones that I'm curious how they're going to handle. And I'm also curious, with Phil Spencer stepping in and being like the guy where everything goes to him. I'm going to be really curious how the handling of certain franchises go. Like Diablo 4. Maybe if there is that rumored StarCraft 3 actually finally in development. I don't believe it. Can they turn around Overwatch 2 from the shit show it's been? There's stuff like that I'll be very curious to see the effects for Microsoft over time.
I mean, that's the only thing we can hope for, because it's sort of a tangent, but have you seen Counter-Strike 2's reviews?
Yes. Yeah, I did see that it's like Valve's worst rated game.
Valve has taken an L.
Yeah, Valve is taking a big L today, boys.
The problem with that is there was never going to be a positive outcome, because CSGO was just, I mean,
It was peak.
There's very few games that people will play and call them a flawless game.
Yeah.
And it was one of those. And
Yeah.
and Valve's like, watch this.
Yeah.
Hey,
And it's
wait,
like-
Blizzard did it. We can do it better.
Yeah. So it's like,
Basically.
it's,
Basically, Zach.
it's just one of those things where it's like, no matter how good it was, no matter if it only had a few bugs, a few little problems with it, it didn't matter if the gameplay was almost the exact same, nobody was gonna like it.
Yeah. No, 100% true. That is so true.
Yeah, like Zach said, you cannot go from peak of its genre and everything, and then go, here's the new one, and it's like nobody's gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, in terms of the exact example Zach used, I know you guys may disagree. I don't know. But I think Overwatch is one of those, really incredible games with an incredible universe. And then they completely dropped the ball with two. A game that was not necessary.
Oh, that's not deniable at all. I mean,
Yeah,
Overwatch was a very solid game.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Versus Overwatch 2.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, I'm just saying in terms of just a general gaming industry. I think I'm not gonna call Overwatch perfect, but it's it was one of those.
It was good because
anyone could jump on and play a couple rounds.
Exactly, because it did spawn more
Titles
game
like it.
Like it.
Yep.
Not Paladins, people. Paladins was already in development with Overwatch. But other games after that, yes.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's not a thing to say like Overwatch wasn't a good game. It's not the game itself that people didn't like about Overwatch.
Yeah.
Steve said it's like they put ketchup on a steak. True. That's basically what they did with CS:GO. In CS:GO 2 or Overwatch, they put ketchup on a steak. Disrespectful. You also said a minute ago, oh, you want to raid? Game Pass. It's mythical plus push week. Game Pass. Oh, you want to push the gladiator? Game Pass. Yeah, that's probably.
It's not a monster truck rally, bro. Calm down.
It's basically what it's about to become.
No, what he's thinking about is, when you look at Game Pass on a game, and then you see the little DLC section down there.
Yeah.
Just imagine all the mounts and everything that are going to be under that category.
Oh, a shit ton.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive.
Oh man.
Download WoW, whatever edition this is, included in this bundle.
Yeah. Just a huge list of shit, man. But no, it will be. I'm very happy that this deal is finally done, and now we can start talking about later on the benefits of the deal and what happens with these franchises and games, and not just this court thing is happening. Oh, this court thing happened now. I'm so glad to be done with that because God, it was annoying as shit. But anyway, still talking about Xbox though. I did kind of want to touch on this just because I thought it was really interesting, honestly, and I kind of want to jump back in and play now. I wanted to touch on the Halo Infinite update, the Season 5 update called Reckoning. I know you don't give a shit, Zach. I was hoping that John might give a shit, even just the smallest bit. All right, I give a shit, so just entertain me for a minute.
Believe me, you're entertaining me.
Okay, good. Probably not in the way that I want.
He's
to,
like
but...
they're like, well, we'll announce this. We'll get our players back. He's the player.
I am the player.
He is the small majority.
I am the player.
He's the guy that they marketed towards.
Exactly.
Everyone else is like, yeah, fuck off.
But no, Season 5, or I think it's called Reckoning, it's coming out soon. The main highlights is like extraction mode is returning and reimagined. Flood-inspired customization, that actually looked pretty cool. New arena maps, firefights being added, which is sweet. But the big thing, and this is what's got everyone talking, is the PvE AI is now available in Forge. And they even put out another blog post about it, talking about the Forge AI toolkit. I mean, it has the experience to create like PvE experiences, classic modes, or even like linear experiences where it's like you can basically build your own storyline game within it, because you can even include, Marines plus all the other AI. You have about 75 AI related nodes for scripting. You can do scripting in this freaking thing. You can do drop ships, and you can basically, like I said, you can basically build your own game, like actual game within this game. Which is really
if
cool.
it works as advertised,
game changing.
It would be game changing, but it would not be a revival for the game itself, though. I do not believe it would very much be I would feel almost like it would make it into like a mod archive of people downloading scripts and maps solely to play that and not care about Halo Infinite at all, and solely just for whatever creations people make.
Right. Steve said Infinite is hot garbage. I mean, like Chicago Bears front office dumpster fire. Steve, I don't think that's possible.
Steve, wrong show. Fuck off.
I don't think that one's possible, my guy. I don't think anything's going to get worse than that, personally. At least Halo Infinite, I can get some joy out of, okay, when I play it every once in a while. Yeah, I can. I can get a little joy out of it. I can't get joy out of being a Bears fan. But no, I mean, if it does work as advertised, I think it could be game-changing. But while I think this is an incredible step for Infinite to get to a really good place, I am with you that I don't think it can ever reach the point it was meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the window has passed. The dumpster fire for such a big franchise. You know what I mean? Like all these other dumpster fires that we've seen where they've had these redemption arcs, it's like a new game or like an IP that's important, but not like to the same tier of what Halo is. You know what I mean? This is like supposed to be one of the top like IPs of all of gaming, and you completely fucked this game. So I'm with you. I don't think it'll ever reach what it was supposed to, but I think it can reach a very, very good point for the game, and I think this is a great first step.
I mean, it is a step, but just for this franchise, there's no chance of it's getting redemption through Infinite. They will have to do something new.
Yeah, it's gotta be a new game.
Even
maybe that BR.
Even with everything that they've they've kind of gone through at this point, I don't think Infinite will ever be considered a good game.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not. No.
It's like
Even if it is, it will not.
Well, no, because even like Zach said, it's like the Forge aspect of it. Even if it becomes like Infinite becomes popular because of that, and people have gone crazy with it, and there's all kinds of custom game modes and stuff like that. You still can't call Infinite a good game because it's not Infinite that's good. It's the like
players
it's
made
the
it good.
community members that
Exactly.
made the game
The community made it good because of Forge.
But it's one of those where it's like, unfortunately, this game, like even when it released, it was one of those ones where it was like everybody was excited, but nobody was truly excited.
Yeah.
And then we all played it, and then there's like expectations soared, and now at this point, nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's like it's a weird thing to be at a point where like, yeah, it's like updates have been happening, nobody cares.
Man, the thing that makes me so mad about Halo Infinite being the dumpster fire that it is like, because me and you, we both agreed upon this when the game came out. The game feels and looks like Halo. Like, they nailed it in that regard. If they would have just gone with the original plan and just made it a single release multiplayer game and just treat it like a Halo 3, a Halo Reach, and just add map packs over time and just have a lot of content at release instead of having a bare bones live service multiplayer game, this game would be in such a different state. And that makes me so fucking mad.
If you released what basically the Halo 3 multiplayer experience was, which here is a series of maps here for various different team sizes. Like once or twice a month on the weekend, we'll give you some fun extra game mode to play.
True.
And then in a few months, we'll come back and we'll release you some more maps.
Yep.
If that's what it was, nobody would have ever complained.
True. It would have been a totally different
It's like
state.
nobody would have complained if the cosmetic system wasn't like a shop and everything. If it was earn your cosmetics like Halo used to be, where you did hard achievements, you did hard challenges, and you earned them. If it would have been that, nobody would have complained at all. The only thing people would have talked about is potentially gun balancing, because now in every shooter ever, that's all anybody gives a shit about is the balance of the guns.
That's true. Yeah.
But it's like at that point, nobody would have complained. Everybody would be praising this as a fantastic game, barring like
Forge getting set back and stuff.
Barring Forge getting set back.
The fact that wasn't on release, man.
Yeah, barring the campaign.
No co-op campaign for like
But
months?
again, if they had nailed the multiplayer in a way that was entertaining and whatnot, people would have forgiven that.
Exactly.
That is not debatable.
Yeah.
People would have forgiven that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
If they just nailed the fucking game as a whole,
it's like
man.
if they would have just said, like, I don't know who in that higher up meeting said live service and told them to run with it.
They need to be fired.
It's like that person fucked up Halo for
years to come.
Yeah, not just this game that's been fucked up for years at this point.
Yes.
But now it's got a horrible taste in everybody's mouth for whenever they try to redeem themselves with a new game.
You know, I never played it. The campaign was at least decent, right?
I didn't finish it, but I mean, the concept of it being a like semi-open world vibe, like it was a lot of fun. But man, I cannot express enough the lack of co-op campaign at release was a dumpster fire, because there's so many times playing that where you feel, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be playing with other friends here. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be playing with other people. Just from like different things that you can do, and basically things that it's like so much harder. And I'm not talking about fights. I'm not talking about difficulty of the game. I'm saying like just simple like getting to point A to point B. Like it would have been nice if I had another player to make this a little bit easier.
Gotcha.
Like the campaign was good. The one thing that I saw a lot of people complain about is that you have this really cool like open world vibe of the game, and it completely just gets rid of it at one point. Like, it goes back to a normal Halo campaign where it's linear.
Okay.
Like, you have so much time in this open world, and it's like, all right, back to linear stuff. It's just like, and that's the rest of the game. It's like, why even give the open world to begin with then?
It's to give you a place to fuck around with your buddy.
Yeah, basically. A couple things here. Steve said just released Halo 3 Remastered with nothing changed. True. And I guess this is whenever you told him to fuck off. This is the wrong show. He just said, I love you, Zach. So.
You know what? Like, Halo 3 Remastered, I'd buy it.
I would. I think a lot of people would.
Oh yeah, a lot of people would buy
Speaking
that.
of Halo 3, I did include this on a little note because I thought it was pretty sweet. The classic Mountain Dew Game Fuel is returning November 6th. They discontinued like the Game Fuel energy drinks they had a few years ago. There was like 4 flavors, I think. Now we're going to the original OG Cherry Game Fuel, and Halo is also releasing a Halo 3 refueled playlist that is now confirmed, and it is full remakes of multiple Halo 3 maps. Guardians on there, of course.
And what, Master Chief Collection or
Halo Infinite?
Okay.
This is for Halo Infinite. So this is pretty sweet.
I had to ask.
No,
That's a fair question.
That's at them. Nobody's playing Infinite.
This may invite people to play some Infinite.
I mean, that would actually draw some people in.
Yeah, a Halo 3 playlist.
If they know about it.
That's all with remade maps, and I get to chug a 12-pack of Game Fuel and take my year's worth of sugar in one sitting? Absolutely.
I'm good.
I'll just take Halo 3.
That's fair.
Though it's like maps are cool, but I'd just take that again.
Alex, we're too old to care about Game Fuel at this point.
Hey, man, it's gonna touch my lips here in a few weeks, and it's gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna.
You're gonna feel fucking terrible.
I know I am.
Somebody clip that for me, please. Anyone who's watching that, clip that line for me.
I'll clip it for you, buddy, and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
But no, hopefully, all this stuff with Halo Infinite will give a little breath of life, but we'll see. So another thing that we had pop out this week is we finally had that new PS5 model revealed. That thing looks fucking stupid, as it did from the video leaks. So I do want to immediately jump into one thing before I completely forget about it. Because I saw a lot of comments involving this reveal of the new PS5 models. There's obviously the disc and digital edition. Still, this is the one with the detachable disc drives. I saw a lot of people bitching about the price increase for the digital from $400 to $450. And I also saw a lot of people bitching that in gaming generations past, slim models were meant to be a cheaper entry point for a console. So involving those two things that I just want to clarify on the show here. Number one, the price went up because it's got a higher terabyte. Come on, people, it's not that hard. Yeah, I mean, you went from whatever it was gig to a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
Here's the thing: did it do that for the physical edition as well?
What?
Did it get a better hard drive?
Yes.
So that it's null and void because the physical edition did not go up in price, did it?
That one, no. That one did not, no.
But it got the hard drive update.
Yes, it did.
So the digital one should not have gone up in price.
So the logic that I've seen people argue about involving it is that number one, it went up in price. It went up in the storage size, and even though it is a digital console, you can make it a physical console if you want.
But the physical console is also a physical console. It's also something that isn't the whole.
But don't
purpose.
you have to pay an extra thing for the digital to make it a physical console already?
Okay, so yeah, you have to pay for a lot of extra stuff.
Okay, yeah. Here's the thing: you're buying a console made to be digital. The other one is physical. It's supposed to do everything. If you want that one, if you want the digital one to be physical, you got to go out of your way, spend a bunch of extra money on it. When you could just go buy the other one. It's like the whole original point of it was supposed to be the digital. You won't be buying the actual games for it. It could be a cheaper thing because it should be cheaper to make. Why are we increasing the price of it now? It doesn't make sense.
The way that you put it like that, I see your point.
Because the thing is, the reason
the only logic that I can give you is that it was the SSD, but you bring up a great point why the disc one did not.
That's the other thing. If they both got a hard drive update, and only one of them goes up in price, the other one should either go up in price or this one shouldn't change. This is just a bullshit excuse to raise the price.
That's a good point. I see your point.
Yeah, that's the whole thing that I have. Is it doesn't make sense to increase the price and then try to give arbitrary reasons that are very easily like you look at it and you go, yeah, that's not true.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the slim thing, that one, I get why that's.
Yeah,
I get that one. I mean, this was never meant to be a cheaper solution.
No, this was a solution to get more consoles out.
Yeah, exactly. This was a thing of Sony realizing, man, we really fucked up with that last design and the stuff we put in there, didn't we? We need to backtrack a little bit. That's all this was, man. It was like it's like the difference between the PS5 me and John have in these. There's no difference besides SSD storage size. They do all the same things, the same power scale. It's just ours is obviously bigger as well. This thing's 30% smaller. Woo. Which okay, I guess that's actually kind of good. That thing is fucking a behemoth in there. But I mean, it's literally just to get cheaper, more easily accessible parts. That's all it is. Like, it's not meant to be a slim, like a PS2 slim that's going to be like $50 to $100 cheaper. It's meant to just be like, hey, we just need to get a console with more readily available parts. And I understand it's been on the shelves and it's been pretty available for the most part the last couple years, but like, this will make it even more available. Like, there won't be ever any issues again because like all the parts they swapped everything out for will always be readily available. But you do bring up a great argument about the other thing. Now think about it more.
Yeah,
because the disc should have gone up too. Because the disc drive is $80, and then another thing where it's just like, man, we are really just like picking pennies right now, aren't we? Is you want the vertical stand? That's sold separately now. You got to buy the stand separately.
Wow.
Too. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's so like. Okay, and I didn't really dive too much into the design of the console, like, you know, pictures that Sony specifically showed, you know. But like, if you have to buy the vertical stand separately, then like, do you have a stand included to allow it to lay on its side? Because the current PS5, you need the vertical stand that it gives you to properly lay it on its side. Like, what the fuck? And now we got to buy the stand separately? That's just now that's fucking stupid. That's really dumb in my opinion. Buy the vertical stand separately. That's fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, the thing is, because the PS5 that we had, or that we have, it came with the little fucking shitty little circular block.
That stand sucks.
And that's their stand for making it horizontal.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, we bought third parties
Yeah.
to make it work, and that thing works fucking great.
Yeah. No, that fucking stand that comes with the PS5, it's great if you want to run it vertical. That's fine. You want to run that thing horizontal? Man, that thing sucks. Like, there is a way to get it to work perfectly because there's like where on the back where you hook up the stand, there's a bunch of like, you know, the PlayStation symbols.
When I have to look up a tutorial to how to set up my PS5
there's a
horizontally,
problem. There's a problem.
There's an issue.
Exactly. Because that's what I had to do. Like, I was getting it to like work, but it would like slide or something. Like, I wasn't getting it right. So I had to look up a tutorial, and the guy's just like, all right, yeah. So you see all these PlayStation buttons on the side here. If you line up the hatches with the two squares on both ends, put it in perfectly right there, it will set perfectly, and then turn it at this angle, and you're good. And I'm like, wow, the fact that I had to watch a video for this. Like, number one, I'm an idiot, and number two, it shouldn't have been this hard to begin with.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I had like mine was on its way to me, and you were like, "Yeah, you should try to check out these, like these right here." And I went, send me that link.
Yeah, exactly.
If he's suggesting stands, I'm gonna need this bitch.
Yeah. God, I hate that center stand. No, just the fact that the stand is sold separately is fucking stupid.
I mean, yeah, it's in my opinion, like if you wanted to increase the price, just come out and be like, yeah, we're increasing the price because this is where it should have been from the beginning or something. It's like, give us an actual reason for it. Quit making up bullshit. If you want to just increase the price, that's fine.
Or make it more believable at the very least.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, come up with if you're going to lie to us still, at least give us one that's not disproven in 3 seconds.
Right.
But, I mean, the fact that they'll be more readily available, great, but all the other bullshit associated with it, not happy with.
Right. One random note I wanted to shout out involving this is so Tom Henderson, one of the insiders in the industry I follow, who started the Insider. He's been reporting on this like slim, detachable disk drive model with like complete accuracy now that we've seen it since like last year. So I just wanted to shout out that it feels safe to assume now that he does have his very strong inside sources at Sony and all the reporting that he's done about this PS5 Pro that's coming out next year. I would say I kind of want to lean that, okay, yeah, that's going to be accurate. All of his reporting on the PlayStation Slim for the literally last year is now correct. Everything was correct as he said. So that means that PlayStation 5 Pro, we going up to, PS3 launch day price. We going up to that $600 price tag for that PS5 Pro. Which is still like we've talked about this like a month ago. It's like, what's the selling point for something like that? I mean, I just don't know what it is. So, $600 for a little bit of an upgrade. Woohoo! Yeah, I'll be fine with my now relic PS5. That's kind of the cool thing, man. Like, is the current PS5 is ever going to be, a nice little relic of history? I feel like maybe eventually, but like there's a lot of they've sold a lot of consoles out in the wild. So like it's not like they're like some rare thing that's only sold like 10 million units, which that's still a lot, but it's low for gaming. But it's still like I can't help but think it's this thing going to be a relic one day.
Give it time.
Yeah, just give it time. You're going to own a relic. But I don't know. It's one of those things. I've also seen a lot of people ask, like, if I have a PS5, should I even care about this? No, you shouldn't.
No.
Don't
Unless
worry
you
about it.
want another one.
I was about to say, if you want to increase storage, get you external drive.
Just buy an SSD. Yeah, I mean, we just had Amazon Prime Day of deals, the 10th and 11th. I finally got me an SSD for it for like $60, full terabyte. So I already popped that bad boy in there with a heat sink already on it and everything. And then you got Black Friday coming up. There'll be a ton of sales on that one. So just pick up an SSD. You're good. You don't need this damn thing. It takes like literally.
I can't. I gotta buy a new curved monitor.
Fuck off. All right. Yeah, are you wanting to buy like your 49-inch monitor that you almost bought?
No, it was bigger than 49.
Oh my god.
Zach, that's a TV.
Zach,
Exactly.
that's a TV.
I will have 2 TVs as monitors.
How big is your current one?
My current monitor is a 42-inch curved, and my other,
Oh my god.
my
John's face.
and then my other monitor is my
Bigger
current,
than 2 of my TVs.
is a 69-inch TV, which I've connected to my computer.
Oh my god.
He has a monitor that's bigger than 2 different TVs I have at my house.
Dude, that's wow. 42-inch monitor. Man, John's face just now. Like, oh, buddy. Lord have mercy.
It was curved. It was worth it.
That's fair. Dude, I got a 4 terabyte for $120 whenever I got mine. Now, is it the one that you put in the console or that you just plug up? Because I know like the external drives, they run pretty relatively cheap in my opinion. An external SSD, but like NVMe drive, whatever, those always run kind of more expensive. So I'd be really curious what you got.
I don't think I have anything hooked up to my PS5 right now, but it's like for every other console that I've had in like the last decade, I've bought like separate little like terabyte or 2 terabyte externals that I just connect to them and use for everything.
Right. That's fair. I still have my external that I use from the PS4 days. It just holds games for me and I move them over as I need. That's all I do. I did find out.
You don't have your PS4 hooked up still?
No.
Trader.
It's in the closet, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. No, not hooked up anymore. Sorry, bud.
Mine's got the living room spot.
You know what I do still have hooked up, though? My Xbox 360. You know why it's still hooked up? Sonic 06, baby. Not backwards compatible, so I play Sonic 06 on my 360.
I don't even have a working 360.
That's unfortunate. You need to get one. They just recently released the Mega Bloks one. You can go buy that. It doesn't work, but you can still build it. It look cool.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Mega Bloks did
he
360.
may not have been here for that.
Yeah, he may have been. Yeah, it was on a weekly wrap up. Mega Bloks has a 360 you can buy. It's at like Target, $150. You can build a 360. It even comes like a Halo 3 disc that you can put in there and everything. You can open it up, see all the interiors. Like it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's actually pretty sick. It doesn't work.
Okay,
Obviously, it's a Mega Bloks toy.
It's a Mega Bloks set is what we're talking
Yes.
about, Zach. We're not talking about like
I mean, I get it, but still, just what?
yeah.
It's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Did Mega Bloks internal creative team just go make something that's a relic?
Yes, actually. It's the OG white 360 with Halo 3. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great little set. I kind of want it, but not for the price. I'm not buying it for $150. I'm not that big of like a block guy. Like I'm not like that. I'm not like a Lego guy or anything. So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. Boys, do you have anything that you guys want to chat about? If not, I'll keep kind of like hitting weekly wrap up stuff. We'll just kind of work to wrap up the show. Anything that you guys want to talk about that you've played or seen or anything like that? I will say that, because it is gaming related, it's a gaming IP. The Last of Us house at HHN in Orlando was super cool. Really enjoyed that house. Got the shirt.
Just
Did they
understood
tie
what
you
were
up and hang
fucking
you
talking
upside
about.
down?
No, not there. Somewhere else. No, not really. But no, it was a pretty sweet house. That was the first house that we did at HHN. We managed to do all 10 houses, which was a feat.
You're saying HHA? I don't know what that is.
Holiday Horror Nights.
Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay.
Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Holiday season.
Halloween Horror Nights. HHN.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Should have specified that. But yeah, I should have specified that earlier too, because I know one of the episodes I was gone where the news broke for The Last of Us house. You shouted out, you're like, I don't know what HHN is. But John's just like, that's the thing they do at Universal. I'm like, well, I knew he would know. So
Yeah, I've been.
yeah, so I knew he would know when I put that on the script. But yeah, I went to The Last of Us haunted house, and it was pretty sick. It was based on the Pittsburgh area of the game,
Okay.
which was also one thing that was cool because they actually did the game. They didn't focus it on the movie,
Nice.
or the show. I mean, so like Troy Baker, you hear his voice throughout the thing. You hear
Ashley Johnson.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, you hear her voice as well. There was one part where you're coming through it and you see Ellie, or like an actor of Ellie, come up and like shoot some zombies, or whatever. And as we're walking by, someone right behind us yells out, "Good job, Ellie!" And then Ellie just runs off. No, I mean it was a pretty sweet house though. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, anything that you guys want to talk about that you guys have been up to? Anything you've seen?
I was bored, so I touched on My Hero Rumble.
That's that BR, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the My Hero BR.
How is that?
It's interesting.
What is that on?
I think it's on
PC
everything, right?
on consoles.
It's
Oh.
free to play, right?
I thought
Yes,
I
it's
thought
free to
that was a mobile game.
It is on mobile too.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. One of those. Did you have fun?
It was interesting.
Okay.
I feel like there's a slight learning curve,
Oh, okay.
just for getting used to it, because like all the characters have 3 abilities that they can use,
Right.
but everyone has a ranged ability, and then it's melee combat. Almost nobody goes to melee combat unless they're going to finish you. Everyone just stands back and throws their ranged attacks at you.
Yes. It's called zoning.
Yeah.
That's all that happens. I mean, it was interesting with all the different abilities, because like one of the characters I ended up playing a lot was Toga, actually.
Okay.
And she's very much my style because it's a technical character, because one of her weird abilities is she throws out her syringes, and if you hit somebody with it, that ability changes, and then you can transform into the other person's character for a little while.
Ooh.
And then you gain all their abilities.
Okay. All right. That's actually pretty sweet. How would you give your first experience out of 10? Is it worth checking out?
I mean, it's free, so yeah, go check it out. If you like BRs and you want a slightly different spin and you're a My Hero fan, go check it out.
Okay.
I mean,
I have been curious about this ever since it got revealed.
it's a BR game. If you're not a big fan of BRs, I wouldn't worry about it. But it's free to play. Give it a chance. See how you feel on it. As I said, if you're used to BRs, it's going to be a slight just learning curve, just because it's not a shooter. It's a melee ranged focus, but it's not a shooter.
Right.
What was that game? What was that game recently? It was like, was it Rumble something? It was like
Rumbleverse.
Rumbleverse, the wrestling BR.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I played that too.
Yeah, and you talked about it on the show.
I didn't play that one. I wanted to play that one.
It was interesting. Not nearly as big of a learning curve.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No. I was trying to remember it, and then I finally got it. Epic has angered some Rocket League players.
I saw that.
I missed this. What are we doing?
Epic is removing player-to-player trading.
What? That seems like a stupid thing to remove.
Well, there's probably, I didn't read the official announcement. They probably have something worded in a way. Basically, in Rocket League, cosmetics are like everything that you have. There's some rare ones. There's some really sought after ones. It's a lot of third-party sites and third-party like Discords and things like that you can go to and like pay real money, and then someone will come trade it to you. So Epic is missing out on. It's like because of the trading between players, people will pay real money for it, have someone come trade the item to them. And Epic doesn't see any of that money. And Epic don't like that. But it is going to, I mean, I don't do a ton of trading. Very rarely have I ever traded anything. But it's one of those things where taking the ability to do it out, I don't know what. It's one of those things where it's like all you're doing is removing some fun from players. Because like if players want to have a cool like a certain car, there's certain cosmetics that you actually cannot get anymore without trading it from another player. And it's like those are some of the most sought after like cosmetics in the game, like decals, wheels, boosts, certain things like that. It's like status symbols in the community almost if you have those. And they're removing the ability to trade them. So, and I think that goes into effect in November. So, nobody's happy. Oh, I guess the only people happy are Epic.
Yeah, getting more money.
Yeah,
Line in their pockets.
Because it was one of those things where it's like, I don't trade. It's like I've never bought anything like that. The only trading I've ever done is like me and some buddies. If it's somebody's birthday, we'll like trade around and everybody will wear a party hat. So it's like if you don't have a party hat, we just give you one.
Right.
And then we play a few games wearing party hats. And it was just one of those like you can't even do dumb shit. You won't even do like dumb fun shit like that.
So they're literally just killing any kind of marketplace.
Yeah, it purely because of like third party
Trading.
transactions and that.
I mean, which is very much a company move. Yes, it's gonna shit on the community, but it's a company move, unfortunately.
No, it's I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, a lot of companies have shit like that happen when you have like when cosmetics are everything that you can have in the game. And I mean, it's fucking Rocket League. You have a car. It's like to make the car look cool is all you can do. But yeah, just taking away the ability for people to customize the game in the way that they want to, regardless of like the or dealing with Epic in any way.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, the shit from the Epic store or like the in-game shop, shit's fucking expensive.
Oh, I bet.
It's like a lot of it's like they'll release new goal explosions and shit, or like, and some of that stuff it's like $25. It'll be $25 for a goal explosion. New car comes out, $15-20.
Jesus Christ!
It's like decals come out. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking wild. And it's like I said, the big thing is, and the reason a lot of people aren't happy are for the cosmetics that are no longer accessible. There's a finite number of them in the community. And they will. It's like the access to them will be lost forever, which is disappointing.
Yeah,
because, like I said, as someone who doesn't do it, I understand why people want certain things, and not being able to get them anymore sucks.
Right. No, and that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, Epic's just really trying to line their wallets and piss people off. That's unfortunate.
It's kind of how it seems.
Right.
It's like. But it is what it is.
Yeah, just gonna keep on gaming, keep on going. There's still gonna be a lot of people that play the fucking game, even though they're pissed. Yeah. Still gonna be one of the most played games in the world, unfortunately.
It's the problem. Game's fucking great.
Yeah, right. It's John's dig. How many hours you got on it now?
I don't know. Not that much comparatively.
Oh, okay, all right.
I got rookie hours.
Compared to other people. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Boys, you got anything else that we want to chat about? Or we want to kind of just start running through a lot of weekly wrap-up stuff, which incites more conversation? Go. All right, I heard the go. So I did have a few things that I'll just kind of touch on that took place during the weeks that we were on break. The biggest one is that Jim Ryan is set to retire from Sony. That's going to take place. He'll retire, I think, April or May of next year. I think it's funny, like right when this deal's about to close, he's like, all right, I'm out.
I'm done.
This. Yeah. The one thing that I will shout out with this, because I saw a lot of people celebrate, and I can get the celebration because he seemed like a real crybaby bitch during this whole Activision Blizzard thing, but there was a lot of solid games that came out during his tenure.
Yeah.
And I will say, for whoever they're gonna have him replace him as the next like CEO of Sony Entertainment, whatever, you need to keep in mind all the games that you're gonna see come out over the next, I'd say 2 to 4 years tops. Those are still gonna be Jim Ryan titles. He's the one that signed off on those for development. So I feel like we're gonna get the next CEO maybe in a couple of years, get like let's say a string of like banger titles come out, and everyone's gonna praise the new guy when he's gonna be like, I had nothing to do with this, but I'll take the praise.
Yeah, exactly.
So just keep that in mind, people, as we get to the next guy. Another person leaving where he's working is Hideki Kamiya. He's leaving Platinum. So rip Bayonetta.
Rip.
There's a really weird thing about this where it's like he left Platinum and he says he doesn't intend on leaving the gaming industry, but he said something along the lines like he's got to leave the gaming industry for a year. And I'm just like, what did you do? Like, why were you leaving for a year? And it sounds like you're like banned for some reason. Like, what happened?
He's going on a spiritual journey, and he's going to come back and give us the most platinum game ever.
Yeah. So with whoever he's going to be with.
He'll appear again in a year, and then a year afterwards, not even a trailer, a game will be out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just going to shadow drop.
It's like a trailer will come out for it, and it'll be like the game releases next week, and you watch, you go, yeah, platinum.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so the next thing, Sony has removed the trailer and Twitter post anything involving the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, leading to a lot of speculation. This game is dead. We've heard a lot of horrible rumors about this game with development, who's making it, everything. They tried to spin some bullshit that it was removed due to like music licensing or something. I'm like, okay, if that's the case, trailer, I can understand it going to private, but taking the time to delete Twitter posts about the game, you're full of shit. This game's a dumpster fire right now. So we'll see if it ever happens. This might be one of those games that falls into the pretty short list of, in my opinion, that we don't see it happen very often. This is going to fall under the canceled games list.
Yeah.
That big canceled games, that doesn't happen often. It really, really doesn't. But I think this one's going to go into that bucket.
R.I.P.
We'll see.
Scalebound.
Yeah, Scalebound is one from Platinum that I wish we could have seen, unfortunately. Anyway, the next thing, this one is kind of cool. I'm going to be there to play it, but it's going to fucking suck. I openly know that. But the next Shonen Jump collab game is a mobile MOBA called Jump Assemble. I'm going to be there day one to play it, but it's going to fucking suck. But I'm still excited for it.
It's okay. Here's the problem. It's not going to suck. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be the same MOBA game that comes out on mobile every 6 months. That's got a different skin on it.
Yes,
exactly.
It will be
and the problem,
like everything else.
The problem is it's fun.
It is fun. That's the thing. And the one thing that I do love about this, like I will say, this is the one thing that Shonen Jump has absolutely nailed with this title, is that they're actually stepping up and showcasing some lesser known series. Because like the promo art, it has the big dogs. It's got Goku, Luffy, Naruto, Ichigo. But then it has fucking Mashal and it has fucking Andy from Undead Unluck. And I'm just like, here we go, baby. Showcase some of your other series, please. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what this roster could potentially, involve. Maybe Sakamoto. That'd be pretty sick. Maybe my boy Taya from Mission Yozakura family. That would be cool. So I'm looking forward to, just seeing Mashal and Andy was enough for me to be like, okay, all right, they're finally doing something a little bit different. They're not just, completely shoving down your throat only the big dogs. Like we're getting to see some of the newer, mangas or animes that maybe not everyone knows about. So that's pretty exciting. Next thing we got is Horizon Forbidden West is set for PC early 2024. That is to be expected. Another thing that's to be expected is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet plus Area Zero physical copy is going on sale November 3rd when the second part of Area Zero comes out. This is the same thing they did with Sword and Shield and DLC as well. And the last thing is there's a live action Cyberpunk project now in development. It's based on a new story, as like they did with the Edge Runners, which if they're going to continue to expand on the Cyberpunk universe, I think this is the way to do it.
I was about to say, I'm totally okay with this.
Keep doing new stories in Night City or whatever. Keep building upon this. It doesn't have to be about V or Johnny Silverhand. Let's keep building on it.
That's the best part about it, is because it could be, it's always Night City, but it can just be various points in time, or even just you don't have to cover the entirety of it. Just show us part of it.
That's definitely one of the best parts about Cyberpunk from CD Projekt Red, is that they built this storyline with Cyberpunk, but they built a city as well that's humongous.
It's its own story in itself.
Yes.
With all the legends that's gone through there. Because one thing that I'm waiting on to see, whether if it's in maybe Cyberpunk 2 or an animated series or a live action series, is I'm waiting to see if they're going to pull the trigger and do something on Morgan Blackhand,
Yeah.
who was mentioned a lot in the game, and we know nothing about him.
And maybe this will be the series. For it.
Maybe this will be about Morgan Blackhand's journey. So I mean, there's so much potential there. I'm totally cool with this. Let's get a live action.
And
Cyberpunk.
I think we've even talked about it before. Like, we will take anything in Night City.
Oh, yeah.
Because the universe itself is well established. Yes, Cyberpunk had its grips and gripes for the game, but nothing about Night City.
Yeah.
It's like Night City is awesome. We all love Night City.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, if you want to make like shows, movies, whatever in there, animated live action, don't give a shit. All for it.
We're in it. We're here for it, man.
Even if
So,
you fuck up a couple, we'll still probably come back.
we will. Like we love this universe. They've done a great job building a great universe. They just fucked up the launch game for it. It's fixed now, but they fucked it up at launch. But anyway, so a recent report from Bloomberg I thought was kind of interesting is apparently Disney higher-ups wants Bob Iger to turn Disney into a gaming giant, not just someone who's sending out licenses for all their properties, even pitching to purchase EA. That would be interesting. They have the money for it. They have the money for it. So that would
if they bought EA, we would get something that's not a continuation of their current games.
True. The next thing,
I
I saw this release and I went, why?
The game that will never die.
Dude, there's so much more they can do, Zach.
The game that will never die.
This game has to have like 25 DLC packs at this
Oh, it does. And that
probably more.
And that game is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. There was a new update, free update. It is now out right now, and they also gave a roadmap. The free update that dropped is new event, battle mode, Ultra Instinct for created character, and a few others like level cap and stuff. And then 2024, they have a whole new DLC with story scenario and new characters.
Yeah, the problem is
and more.
Getting the notification that there's a DLC pack.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, understandable. We all saw that coming.
Yep.
A fucking roadmap.
When
though.
it said roadmap, I died laughing.
I saw a picture of the roadmap. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, see, that's what especially when there's the big green area to the right that says, and more.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God. It's never ending. Because all the trailers just like, and step to the future. I'm like, Xenoverse 3? It's just like, new DLC. It's like, damn it.
Anytime we saw new DLC for Xenoverse 2, everyone just sighed. When they put on roadmap, everyone went, what?
I mean, I love it personally. Like, that's awesome, but it's like, can we get Xenoverse 3?
No.
Like, I love this game, so I'm glad like it's still got a huge player base and there's people excited and we have stuff, but at the same time, it's like, give us Xenoverse 3. Please.
At this point, if I want to go back into that game, I have to buy so many DLC.
Yeah, dude. Me and Josh, we talked about that, and it's just like, who would have guessed that we have like potentially like a $200 Dragon Ball game?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you think back to it, it's like Xenoverse 1.
Yeah.
It was there. It had
Like 4 or 5?
It had a couple of them.
Yeah, it
And
did.
Xenoverse 2 comes out, and it's like,
Watch this.
yeah. And it's like the fact that it's still good. We've been predicting a Xenoverse 3 for
so
like
long.
You've moved
like-
houses twice.
True. Oh my God.
We've legitimately been predicting that for 5 years.
One
Like
day.
even
7th year anniversary of the game.
even before we started doing the show, me and you've talked about a Xenoverse 3.
I know.
And here we are, 2024 roadmap.
Here we go, baby. Let's fucking get it. Let's go.
crap.
With the and more. No, I mean, like they had the trailer, a lot of tease stuff. I saw a lot of people speculating like one character they showed that was pretty much like completely covered in red, like basically looked like Super Saiyan God.
But,
people were speculating that it's Shallot from the Dragon Ball Legends mobile game that Alejandro Saab voices. Some people thought that it could have been like the original Super Saiyan God, or I don't remember what his name was. But I don't know. Who knows?
You know what else I'm going to throw alongside this because it's related? New Dragon Ball series.
Woo! I'm ready for that though. I'm ready. For
I saw that. and
Dragon Ball Diamond, baby. Let's go.
I was like, man, Alex has got to be popping off right
Dude,
now.
okay, so I want to share something about
So I'm not going to
this.
be surprised if some of the new Dragon Ball Diamond characters are going to be popping up with this roadmap.
Right. One thing that makes me so violently mad about this. So I had an idea for like a random like set of like TikToks that I wanted to make of where it's like 5 things that I would change in X anime. And the first one I was gonna do was gonna be Dragon Ball. And I was going to have them ranked, like hard ranked. My number one, I wanted to do this video because I felt like my number one thing I changed about the Dragon Ball franchise is kind of random. And that the number one thing I changed
Make
that I would
GT canon.
no, is I would give Goku back his power pole. And look what fucking happened. And I'm just like, damn it, I could have been on top of this.
You missed an
Damn it,
opportunity.
I missed an opportunity. Damn it. Because like I like that's my number one thing that I would have changed about Dragon Ball is give Goku back his power pole.
I think I actually remember you telling me that too.
Yes, like I'm so mad that I didn't make this already. But then also on the flip side of things, like I think it was like the number 3 thing that I would have changed got completely cucked with this new series, and that's make Goten an actually important character. So you start to get somewhere with Goten where he's a fucking like teenager in the super manga and the superhero movie and stuff, and now him and Trunks are even fucking younger than before. It's just like they love shafting Goten and Trunks. Absolutely love it.
Because they don't fucking do anything.
Well, they don't let him do anything.
They have the Ash Ketchum syndrome and they can't age.
They have the problem of they did something really cool as kids to where they didn't need to keep training.
Yeah.
And now they fucking suck.
Unfortunately. God damn it, man. I'm mad I didn't make that TikTok. I could have been on top of the world, man, with my number one thing I'd change about Dragon Ball. Because I just think it'd always be cool to have him like, I understand it's like, martial arts punchy, and now it's just more punchy more than martial arts. But I always thought it'd be cool to like have him integrate his power pole into his normal combat. Because like the way I was going to phrase it is like, if there's anyone out there that's seen anything like anime or video game related or read manga or webtoons where it's like a Sun Wukong inspired thing, then you know the possibilities. I mean, still one of the cleanest fighting sequences in all of Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone movie, Goku fighting Garlic Jr.'s lackeys. Like that is one of the cleanest fighting sequences where he's integrating his martial arts, his ki, and his power pole. Dude, it'd be sick. I mean, there's like that. There's like I don't remember the name of it, but there's a live action Sun Wukong movie over in I think Korea, and the fighting sequences that is unreal. It looks so cool. I've seen it on YouTube. Obviously God of High School, everything with Morihjin, his combination of his taekwondo, whatever, and using his staff together, super sick. I just think the possibilities would be cool. And now we're getting it though.
Wrong show.
Hey, leave me alone. This is my time to talk about it.
You could talk about it. You talk about it in a couple days.
Yeah. Anyway,
or, whenever y'all do that show again.
The show comes back, we'll see. We're working on it. The other random note involving this is that Bandai recently trademarked Sparking Zero on September 26th, which the Sparking series over in Japan is just the Budokai Tenkaichis for us.
Woo!
Which leading to believe that here in the near future, hopefully we're going to get to see Budokai Tenkaichi 4 news. There's some event, I don't remember what it's called, taking place in January, and that seems to be the next possible location for anything, because everyone thought it was going to be New York Comic Con. It wasn't. So hopefully this next event in like whatever it is in January, we'll actually get to see something on Tenkaichi 4.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Very random fun fact that I thought was very funny. One new Wii U was sold in the U.S. last month. And I just thought that was really stupid and really funny. The last time a new Wii U was sold was in May of 2022. And another random fun fact I found out whenever I came across this is the last, with old consoles selling as new, there was a Super NES that sold at a retailer in 2008, a brand new Super Nintendo. So that's just wild to me. One Wii U sold last month, a Super Nintendo selling in 2008 as a new console. That's insane to me. And it's not like from a thing like what I saw at that retro game store where it was a sealed Super Nintendo, it was just like legit, like it could have been like a Walmart, like it was an actual retailer, like a box store, not just some retro hand me down. So that's just wild that maybe they just had one laying around. It's like, oh yeah, we still got one. You want it? Yeah, sure. How about? Just get rid of it. Who gives a fuck? Thing's dead. So anyway, that was insane.
Oh, it's cool and unique.
Exactly. Already touched on the Counter-Strike 2 thing. I had that here on the script, so we already touched on that. And then last couple things I've got here. In a recent interview with Eiji Aonuma, he further confirms that there is no DLC for Tears of the Kingdom, saying that the team did every possible idea they wanted to do, and Tears of the Kingdom is the last that we will see of this Hyrule, as expected. It's time to move on to a new version of Hyrule and the hero and everything. So And lastly, update on the Unity situation. The Unity CEO, who completely fucked the company, now leaves the company effective immediately. He was retiring, but it was forced retirement because he fucked up. Because it wasn't like, Jim Ryan where he's retiring, in May or April. It's like he's retiring right now. He's no longer with the company. So it was a situation of like we can phrase it as you retired and you just kind of leave that way, or we can make this a big public stink and let everyone know that we fucking fired you.
It's like you're going. It's like you're going out. You want to go with some dignity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like because it's happening. Either you can look kind of bad, or we can fucking destroy you.
Exactly.
So
because you destroyed our company.
So with this, you think Unity's going to backtrack? Or you think they're still going to commit to what they're planning on doing?
Well, they already backtracked, didn't they?
Yeah. Well,
did they? Okay, I guess I
they
missed
already
that.
backtracked.
They like slightly backtracked on some of it.
Yeah. Now the question is, are they going to fully backtrack and just like, okay, everything about this, just pretend it never happened? Just keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. That's the question.
I think there's going to be a lot of changes to it, but I think they're going to commit to it, but they're going to make it or like a lot of little changes to help like the smaller developer side of it.
That's fair.
It's like I think they'll make some more changes to it on that end of it, but they'll still go through with it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Well, glad to see this dude gone. This is the asshole that introduced like loot boxes back in the day. He's the guy behind loot boxes. So shout out to that.
Hey, you got away with that one. We're stuck with those.
Yeah, I know. And he almost got away with this one too. So, all right, that's everything that I had for today's show. Boys, you guys got anything else?
Nope.
Nada.
All right, I'm gonna hit the music then, and we're gonna work our way out of here.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. If you've been enjoying it, watching us, thanks. If not, I guess I'm not talking to you anymore. Peace.
All right, that was normally I'd say do everything he said and more, but that was kind of weird.
It's kind of mean.
So yeah, if you made it to the end of the episode, thank you for like making it through with us. And if you like what you saw or are just kind of curious about what else we're gonna talk about, we do these live streams typically around 6 p.m. on Central Time on Saturdays. Next week will be a little different though. We're gonna do a little later in the day.
Which next week, of course, we do have Spider-Man 2. Me and John will be playing that. Looking forward to chatting about it. Look, if everything goes well, hopefully I will have Spider-Man 2 beat by the time next weekend comes to a close.
I will not.
So I am very excited. I got plans, my guy. I am so pumped for Spider-Man 2. The reviews drop on Monday. I'm going to predict a Metacritic score of 92. I think a firm 92. I'm feeling that. So we'll see come like Monday or Tuesday. Make sure to come back next week. Rogue Energy, Agent Inc., Discord, join it all. We appreciate you. Bye.